Well, like, well, how many of you guys live in a tract home? One of those, houses that's, was rapidly put up. They look kind of like, every other house looks the same kind of thing.
Well, most of us in the valley, that's like the style of housing.
Yeah.
So everybody in here would probably raise their hand.
Yeah, and what I noticed is that, so only you and I, and three of us? Wow. Yeah, nice houses. Because like what I noticed was that it's an outside company, or a company from outside of the county, even outside of the state, that comes in, hires some local workers. They quickly, set up these houses. A lot of them end up having problems. In particular, Elena, the houses we live in.
The little homes over between.
Over on the west side of Labushri and stuff, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, when you want to complain, because right now, Plexico, they're having that same problem with Hearthstone. An outside contractor comes in, takes all this money, builds half the homes projected, and then disappears. And all these other improvements and the rest of the houses are not constructed. And now the residents over there are left high and dry. Where is the local construction company? Where's the local use of resources? They are, there were houses that were being built with metal, and there's some houses using hay bales, or there's a church over on the west side of town that uses hay bales for construction. So where's more of that? Because I'm still seeing wood being used, and there's other alternatives that can be done.
Instead of wood?
Yeah, and in fact, instead of wood, it'd be more energy efficient.
Where does new construction of houses or bad housing, where does the green come in there? I don't understand.
It's
Where does making it a local company, where does the green come into that?
it's like you can use resources such as packed earth, is one I heard today. You create, there's a thing where basically you set up a mold and then pour in concrete. And there's other ways that...
He just said pouring of cement.
Oh, pouring cement can generate things. Yeah.
That's right.
Well, there's that.
He punches in and then he kills, and then he punches in and then he kills. This is what I read throughout the whole book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and further on in the book, he explains more ideas and gets into more detail.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I was listening to every word you said.
Yes, ma'am.
No, I mean, I really was listening to you. And I thought that he had 2 or 3 different goals. And the more you read, the further we went into the book, I could see him leaning toward, or heading toward, creating another class, and I don't see any need for that, because carpenters already do that. My husband does that in coffee, plumbing, my brother-in-law. I'm not paying somebody to do it if I can save my money. So I would, somebody's thesis maybe, somebody's dissertation paper, I don't know.
From my perspective, I've been seeing just how a lot of green technology works, and how when I hear green used as a term, what I also notice is that a new sector of jobs, more jobs in the local economy. And that's why I thought that this book is would have a good impact for the Imperial Valley, because it would create, since we have 24% of employment right now, it would add, new opportunities. Because there are the people who are environmentally conscious and very much in line towards that, spending money in that direction. There's people who, in fact, I believe it's going to be the point that any energy, any green improvements to a home is going to receive a reimbursement from the government. And then there's people who want to sell their homes, and they're going to want to upgrade, their houses. So that's 3 populations, right, that I see right there that would be interested.
Well, I upgraded my home, and I don't want any reimbursement from the government, because somebody else is having to pay for that, and I don't want anybody's money. I don't want anyone to take mine, but I don't want to take anybody's money. So I'm going to do improvements, I'm going to do them on my own and without any reimbursement. And I don't see how that would... I do understand green because I've studied up and read up a lot on green. And there are cases, but some of the things that he promotes, I don't see as green.
What I was thinking is, if, say that, for a green improvement, the government gave you back $500. You spent $1,000 on doing something and you're able to write that off on your taxes, so you get the $500 back, that encourages you to go for that improvement. Because since, the cost would, be reduced for you. As a result, you're more likely to spend your money in the economy. Somebody is more likely to get work because you were inclined to spend your money.
Where does the rebate or the reimbursement come from?
From the
From
government.
taxes?
Taxes and from the government.
No, I don't want to give anyone, then I have to. And I don't want anyone else to pay. See, they conflict, and the reason.
But don't you see how it works together?
From where's the reimbursement coming?
From the government. And so because of that reimbursement, you get the benefit. And the worker gets the benefit
Where does the government get it?
from taxpayers.
So are you going to be willing to pay me $500 so that I can have it reimbursed to me?
Well, I know I don't pay $500 in taxes, I don't think, but
you think
I've
everybody
counted up
else
all my
does?
sales
See,
receipts.
what I'm saying is, I believe in green,
Yes.
but I do not follow, what he's saying doesn't make sense, doesn't solve the problem of green. I believe in green. I really do believe in green. I'm
Right.
very conscious of it and trying to do my best for it. But I don't think that he makes the point in his book. I don't think he has hit the point.
Okay.
I don't know, are these all students from economics or
These are students from AP classes.
from AP classes? Okay. And I'm impressed that they're here to listen. I hope that they learn something. And I'm all for green, for being, for conserving energy, because I do believe that we need to do it, not because the government tells me, but because I think it's a responsibility that I have to return what I have, or to return to the earth. If I have soil, I return it to the earth. Not, I don't take the spider out and walk all the way to the yard. I don't do that much. I throw it out and kick it out of my house. But I do not see him connected. I do not see, the only thing I see is trying to create a new class of jobs, and I don't think that that's necessary.
I don't think he's necessarily trying to create a new class of jobs. I think he's trying to
That's what
create
he said.
an awareness of a different way of doing the same kind of a job with a long-term goal of saving the planet. And so new technology, new awareness integrated.
I was waiting for the new technology. What was the new technology? I heard coffee, redoing your windows, making, roofing, putting, I've never heard any new technology. Maybe I didn't. I'm kind of more aware of it, and it's probably further on in the book. Some of the things I know about is if you add aluminum powder to paint, that increases the insulation and soundproofing quality of that paint. You can basically take an air conditioning unit, and it uses by using the same components like a refrigerator, you bury the piping underground and you use the ambient temperature of the earth to heat or cool your house, greatly reducing how much money is used for that. There's various water efficient methods, or like water temperature efficient methods that you can install in your house, so that way when you're turn on the hot water, you're not letting water run to get the hot water. The water would automatically be hot. There's other things like using soy as an insulation base. So instead of asbestos or some whatever else kind of materials, use plant fiber. What else? The air conditioning, I'm aware of completely, because my son-in-law is starting into that. And so I'm aware of that. The soy, I use a lot of it. I'm into it, and I read a lot about soy. So I know those two, but I didn't hear him. And so, like you say, maybe he's down further down the road, but I didn't hear any new technology. I heard, yes, this is fatal, but this is what we're doing, this is what we can do, but it's bad too, and I didn't. So maybe I have to read the whole book.
Possibly, yeah.
You do a good job of reading.
Thank you, Mr. Thank you. And
I think one of the drawbacks to green here in the valley is cost.
Yeah, it sounds like it's expensive. I mean, are you digging the holes and have our air conditioning heating? And what about the homes that are already like you did? Like, what do you do with that?
And I've heard that a lot of the designs for the houses are based like for New England, or it's almost like the Brady Bunch movie where he used the same design for every little thing he came up with, and it's almost kind of like here you have these inefficient designs for homes.
I said the story.